Well, today I started phase 3 of the assembly of the Cicare 8, and that means lots and lots of electrical work to be done here. So in the electrical system, right now what I was doing is checking mostly all the grounds. There's a lot of grounds on here. Every component has grounds. A lot of them are mounted to the frame like this. In fact, I believe all of them are hooked to the frame one way or the other. There's numerous grounds in the starting system, the voltage regulator, and let's see, I'll go around here. There's a ground wire here that goes to the frame. There's quite a bit of ground wires. So I'm trying to get around so I can get over to another area here. If you look across the frame here on the other side, there's a green wire. That's a starter ground, and then the other ground goes back to the battery. So then, as far as electrical, again, mounted the voltage regulator. That's this unit here. Mounted that to that plate, and that's all rubber mounted, so everything gets shock absorption from the vibrations and stuff. So it's all sensitive electronic equipment. So that's the voltage regulator. And then on the other side, move around here, this here is the ECU, electronic computer unit here. So there's lots of wires go to that too, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I want to just continue here a little bit. On the other side, we got the starter relay right here. This little silver unit here is a starter relay, and associated wires are hanging there close to it. Then there's, well, I already mentioned that ground wire in the back. That's kind of most important, that one big ground wire on the frame. And then when I installed the engine, there was lots of wires that you really didn't know where they went at the moment. I guess I could have researched it to find out where they were, but once I had the engine in the frame or in the mount, I had to pull them out from different tight areas and get them located in a position where they could be mounted. So that took a little bit of time, because they're extra long. You know, you're working with a wire that's maybe 6 foot long, and then you gotta clamp it up and down the frame, and it's all easy stuff to do, but it's time consuming, you know. So did that, and then most of all your wires they're clamped with what they call DG clamps. I mean, here you'll see wires here. These clamps here, I'll try and point them out here, like this here, that's a DG clamp. There's a clamp. Here's a clamp. There's a clamp. There's everywhere a clamp. so there's lots of clamps that go with this. And it's just to keep everything organized and tight, and so you don't get any abrasion, wearing, you know, of anything. So then the other thing I started to do was hooking up the ECU over here. These cables here, they're all labeled. As you can see, there's a label that says ECU lane 1, and there's lane 2, lane B. I know I'm not aiming my computer or my camera where I should, but then there's all the rest of the cables here. They're all in an area where they're going to have to be tied, and I know I won't be able to reach this, but there's some cables here. I don't know if you can see down inside here. I'm kind of working in a hole. Let's see if I can grab it. This plug here, they're going to hook into these other units here. So they all lock in. Once you get them in place where they're going, then you can tie them up. They do give you a lot of clamps to use, and then there's a lot of zip ties that you can use along the framework. So anyhow, that's what I've done so far in electrical. There's a lot more to do, so I'll update on the rest of the stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it in one of the other videos. This has nothing to do with electrical, but on the water pump I had to do a little bit of a modification here. If I can get around and show you, the water pump here had to put a spacer behind it to lengthen it out, so that when the hose is hooked up here, it'll clear the frame, because it goes around to the back of the engine then, or I should say the front of the engine. So, but anyhow, things are coming. I will keep up to date with everything with you guys, and hopefully if some of you start building one of these, you'll have a few answers on how things go other than just a manual. So anyhow, I will get back with you another day and give you an update of what's going on. So talk to you guys later.